Welcome back to another episode of Left Off the Map for a Taco Tuesday, or an enchilada Tuesday. I'm making enchiladas. Now, chicken enchiladas, normally they have chicken breast or chicken thigh, so chunks of chicken through them. I'm gonna make mine with chicken mince, so it's spread all the way through the filling, and with refried beans. I love refried beans. Normally they're made with black beans or Mexi beans, but I'm going with refried beans. I like the mouthfeel and I like the flavor. You could also put some rice into this if you wanted to, but I'm going with sort of a simple pared back version. So first thing I need to do, like with most things like this, I'm gonna dice my onion, my garlic, my capsicum. My chicken mince is gonna go in with all that. I'm just gonna saute it off until we get some color on our chicken mince. Enchiladas are the ones that get rolled, a little bit of cheese and red sauce on top, and then they get baked in the oven, so you have that melty cheese on top of them. They're more of a lot of Mexican food, sort of the taco style food is eat with your hands. This isn't so much. This is a bit of a meal, and you need a knife and fork to eat this one. All right, so onion, garlic, capsicum, chicken mince in, and we'll brown that off. By spreading my chicken out like that so it covers all of the pan, I can put my onion, my garlic and my capsicum on top, protect it from that really fierce heat while I get some good color on my chicken mince. Then once I've got that color, I can turn everything over so the onion, capsicum and garlic goes onto the fry pan. So by just rolling it over, I'm now gonna get my capsicum, onion and garlic cooked. But I've been able to get some good colour on my mince and protect the onion and the garlic and the capsicum at the same time. Break that up. Let that sit for a little bit longer. I've got an enchilada simmer sauce, which I'm going to use about 3/4 of, probably about 3/4 of. I want to leave a little bit to go on top of my enchiladas when they bake. My refried beans will get mixed in, and I'm using a red Gloucester cheese. So when it melts on top, it'll have that beautiful red color mixed with that red sauce. And Gloucester is a really, really good melting cheese, so that's fantastic. Last thing I'll add is some sour cream, some lime juice, and some coriander, just to freshen everything up. I've added 2 cups of cooked rice to my enchilada mix, and now it's time to roll them. I'll go one by one onto here, a little bit of red sauce on top, grate some cheese on top of that, and then into the oven at 180 degrees. Enchiladas have just come out of the oven. You can see the great color in that Rubicon red cheese. So a little bit more of that red sauce on top. And some fresh coriander. They're done and they are ready to serve. Another great recipe for Taco Tuesday. Let's go and catch up with Holly and see what she's up to.
Today I am doing a road trip through the beautiful Tamar Valley, and we have just stopped. Our very first stop is the Hillwood Berry Farm, and I'm lucky enough to be heading inside and picking some of my own berries today. I've timed it perfectly as it is peak berry season, so the berries are plump and delicious and ready to be picked. So I'm going to head inside, get my little bucket, and I can't wait to fill them up and do some tasting. I've had a lovely time picking these fabulous berries here at Hillwood Berry Farm, just 20 minutes out of Launceston. And I'm joined by the owner, Simon, who is going to tell us a little bit about why you guys grow such good berries.
Oh, thank you for having us, and you've done very well there.
I have, thank you. No help at all.
No. I mean, the Tamar Valley is synonymous for its horticulture and wine growing and now berries in the region. This farm's been here for 30 years and been a pick-your-own farm for all the public to come and enjoy. Our climate in the region is why we grow these berries like we do. The long days during summer and the short nights, but cool nights are really what help us get the ripeness into our berries. We've got raspberries as well, which are in season at the moment, and blackberries that we have sort of different times of the year they're available. So blackberries a little bit of the skill to pick the flavour there, but they're beautiful when you get them right.
Now this is peak berry picking time at the moment, kind of end of summer. Now this season though, the berry picking, is it all year round? When's the best time to kind of come?
So we offer berries from the middle of November here at the Hillwood Berries through till about the Mother's Day, so somewhere in May is what we aim for our picking season.
So it's a decent amount of time to be able to come through the whole kind of summer and either side of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a summer's day out for the family. We like kids and their family to go out and pick as many berries as they can, and whatever they bring back to weigh to pay for, we're happy with, but to enjoy all the other berries they eat while they're picking.
Well, I was going to say, I certainly took part in a little bit of tasting along the way, just quality checking, right?
Yeah, that's it. Making sure they're right.
Oh, absolutely. Someone's got to do it.
No, that's the idea, to come out and have fun and to enjoy it. We're not too worried. We just want the people to come and have a day out, come and get out in the sun and enjoy picking their own berries as a family.
And you've got a beautiful little cafe here as well that people can have a bite to eat.
Yeah, we do. We offer afternoon tea, a simple lunch, and then come and have a great coffee as well.
Perfect. Well, it's the ultimate place to come when you're in just this kind of northern Tamar region. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm taking these home.
I'll look away.
I'll just go get some raspberries before I go. Well, I've got my fabulous stack of berries, antioxidants galore. The Tamar Valley is just full of so many magnificent places to visit, and I'm heading just down the road to the beautiful Hinton Bay retreat. So Jane, I'm standing here in your beautiful home, your own kitchen. So you do your cooking classes right here in your kitchen?
Yes, absolutely. And we love doing that. It's very personalised. So every class is personalised to the individual. So even though I give an idea as to what the classes are, every person decides what they would love to do out of the ideas. So the guests arrive at 10, have a real coffee through the machine, and then we start. And sorry, they cook and eat for the day.
So you're eating and cooking at the same time?
Yes.
Yep, trying.
So we're cooking in here, and then we would finish about maybe 3:30, 4.
So it's a big day.
It's a big day.
A great day.
But it's worth it. It's a really good day.
All the best
Absolutely.
things. Eating and drinking and cooking.
And that's what I want, because that's the experience again.
Incredible for you to have people right here in your home with you, guiding them through this experience. It makes it so much more, like you said, personal and special.
And there's no such thing as a silly question. Like, I do the menus, everybody gets a menu, You know, there is no such thing as a silly question. You can never assume anybody knows the level of cooking.
Yeah.
And we talk it through with everybody.
How many people do you usually have in a class?
The real 6, 8 and 10.
And do you get to take home
And
the
I
recipes?
do private classes for 2.
Oh, great.
Yes. I've had about 5 people want to do it as private on their own.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One-on-one?
One-on-one. And sometimes you're thinking, ooh, how's this going to go? But it actually works out really well.
It would be so special because you've
It
got
is for
such a great
them.
personality.
Well, it's good for them too because men want to surprise their wife of learning what they've done.
Oh, that's adorable.
Exactly. Women want to do it because they've got their socialite friends who they want to impress, and you've got that, and it's all secret squirrel. And then we've got the 4, 6, 8, 10. The biggest class I've ever had was 22 men.
And tell us about that.
Oh my God. It was a gnocchi class, and we had flour from one end of the place to the other.
can
It
imagine.
was, and they had a facilitator down in the lounge, and it was a big thing for the company.
So we've got the beautiful kitchen offering, but you also have Hinton Bay Retreat, your gorgeous accommodation, only, 25 minutes out of Launceston. It's that perfect little getaway.
So it's a beautiful 2-bedroom retreat it's all self-contained. So it's basically like a very small home with magnificent views. We have a beautiful outside area that they can sit. There's a Weber. They can cook outside, they can cook inside. We provide the breakfast, and if they want to, they can actually request if they would like to have a cooked breakfast or a cooked dinner. So we had some guests the other night and they didn't come prepared, so we just gave them butterflied quail, Greek salad, new baby taties, and away they go.
You make it sound so casual.
Well, you know,
So
you've got to be
gourmet.
able to do something off the cuff.
How gorgeous. So you really can offer everything right here.
We can. Nothing is a problem.
This really is the quintessential country experience. You grow your own herbs out here, you cook right here in your own kitchen. Why don't we head outside and you can show me where this beautiful produce comes from?
Absolutely. And we will also go up and get some eggs that our neighbour actually supplies on the back fence. And the way that we do it, we walk up through the vineyard, collect the eggs, come back, and that's
The Tassie way.
absolutely.
Oh, Jane, what a magnificent property you have here. We've just wandered up through this vineyard, tried some Chardonnay grapes, not quite ready. Almost.
not quite.
Did a bit of taste and spit. And we've just come across these eggs.
Okay, so-
tell me about this.
Well, on the back fence, because, you know, we have fabulous neighbours, and Jordan, our neighbour from the Hillwood Fresh Food Company, who also does the harvest market with his mushrooms, it's just easier for us to get his free-range eggs in the basket that we've both come up with.
I love it.
Because otherwise we'd be going all the way around half of Hillwood to get to each other through the drives. So it's way easier
So
for me
much
to
bigger.
come up.
Thank you so much for showing me around today. What
You
a
are very
magnificent...
welcome.
I just love what you've got, the whole thing you've got going on here. It is so special, so different.
And thank you for taking the time to come out
You're
and see
so
what we're
welcome.
doing.
I've enjoyed it so much. I have to go in and try some more of that wine.
Absolutely.
I've been to Hillwood Berries a few times, and I think the most enjoyable thing about being there for me is probably not the berries and picking your own, but it's the little Devonshire tea, the scones with jam and cream that you can get with jam made from the berries on the property. So it is a very nice place to visit. All right, back in the kitchen. Everyone's heard of mac and cheese before. I'm making my version of a mac and cheese. So I've got a pot of boiling water, which is well seasoned water. My penne goes in. I need about half a box. I'm going to cook that for half of the cooking time. So the cooking time on the box for the penne is 11 minutes. So I'm going to cook that for about 5 or 6 minutes. And then I'm going to strain it and put it back into the pot. So we'll come back to that. For this sourdough, I want to turn this into a crumb to go on top of our mac and cheese. So I'm going to cut up some of my sourdough just into chunky cubes. Place it into a roasting tray with some olive oil and then into the oven to toast. Drizzle all that with olive oil. Pinch of salt. Into the oven. All right, sauce can be drained. Sauce can be drained. Water can be drained, is what I meant to say. So I don't care, I'm not draining it through a colander because I don't care if I keep some of that pasta water in there. Straight back on the pot, straight back on the hob, on the gas, and now milk and cream, so half and half. So I need about a cup of milk and a cup of cream. Knobs of butter. Heat back on a low heat. My garlic. Gonna thinly slice some garlic. Two cloves of garlic. Pop that in. My cheese. So just cut it into, because Havarti isn't a very good grating cheese, just cut it into small pieces. Now once this is done, this will take about 15 minutes to bring our sauce together. And once it's done, I'm going to just sit it there, keep it warm, wait until our bread comes out, put that into our food processor and crumb that with some chili flakes. Then our penne and cheese goes back into the tray that we've been roasting, or just into it. You can put it into a serving dish if you wanted to, an oven-proof serving dish. And then the crumb goes on top, it goes back in the oven, a couple of knobs of butter on again, goes back in the oven until it's golden brown. I've just switched my oven over to grill, which is how I want to finish off the penne. I keep going to say mac and cheese. The penne and cheese once it goes in. So we can blitz up. Now this isn't completely dry, which is good because I don't want it to break up and turn into bread dust. I want it to stay in almost similar to these chunks, but just a little bit more jagged, a little bit smaller, so that we do have a lot of texture on top. If we ended up just having breadcrumbs, then you wouldn't actually go through the process of making your own. All right, done. So you can see all the different consistencies that you've got in your breadcrumbs, which is perfect. So just place that now on top. Just a few small knobs of butter. Just for it to melt in again and help with that colour. Don't want a lot, there is, you know, still oil and there's a lot of dairy in that sauce. So sort of 4 small knobs of butter. 4 small knobs of butter. Back into our oven. Under the grill, remember now, because everything's cooked. You don't want to cook the pasta anymore, so it doesn't need to be in the oven. Under the grill for about 5 minutes, and then it's ready to come out. Put it in the middle of a table and just go to town on. And I think you'll find that the Havarti with the jalapeno is a great flavour. The penne, I think, is a better choice than the macaroni. So I think we've created a new dish, a penne and cheese instead of a mac and cheese. We'll see you next time on Left Off the Map.